What's up, buddies and buddy girls? Welcome back to Facts Friday. Today is going to be 65 music facts. If you enjoy this video, please hit the like button, comment, and share. And if you haven't already subscribed, then please subscribe. If you enjoy facts videos, I do a bunch of them, and every Friday, so I think we're almost up to 50 or something. This might be 50, I can't remember. But it's almost been a year since we started, so there's a lot of videos to check out if you haven't. Let's get started. Listening to music while working out measurably improves physical performance. You don't like the original version of a song because it's better. You like it because it's the first one it's the one you heard first. Warner Music collected over $2 million in royalties in 2008 for public usage of the Happy Birthday song. Your favorite song is probably your favorite song because you associate it with an emotional event in your life. None of the Beatles could read music. Your heartbeat changes and mimics the music you listen to. Flowers can grow faster by listening to music. Elvis Presley did not write any of his songs. The type of music you listen to affects the way you perceive the world. Barry Manilow didn't write his song called I Write the Songs. Leo Fender, inventor of the Telecaster and Stratocaster, could not play guitar. Musicians have the same life expectancy as Zimbabweans, the lowest on earth. The Beatles used to be called Johnny and the Moondogs. The world's longest concert goes so slow it will last 639 years. The world's most expensive musical instrument, a Stradivarius violin, was sold in 2011 for $15.9 million. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Hopefully I did. The song Jingle Bells carols was originally written for Thanksgiving. Loud music can make a person drink more in less time. The original lyrics of the Happy Birthday to You song was Good Morning to You. A song that gets stuck in your head is called an earworm. In 1989, the U.S. military blared AC/DC music at General Noriega's compound in Panama for 2 continuous days. The dictator surrendered. Rapper No Clue is the world's fastest rapper with 723 syllables in 51.27 seconds, 14.1 syllables per second. Jimi Hendrix could not read or write music. Music triggers activity in the same brain structure that releases the pleasure chemical dopamine during sex and eating. For every $1,000 of music sold, the average musician makes just $23.40. Metallica is the first and only band to play on all 7 continents. Michael Jackson bought the rights to most of the Beatles' music for $47.5 million in 1985. It's now worth $450 million. Revenue from digital music downloads and subscriptions outpaced CD sales in the US for the first time in 2014. Led Zeppelin got their name from a fellow musician who said their band would go down like a lead balloon. The British Navy uses Britney Spears' songs to scare off Somali pirates. Eminem wrote and recorded The Real Slim Shady just 3 hours before his album was due. Babies remain calm twice as long when listening to a song as they do when listening to speech, according to a study. White people consume 60 through 80% of all rap music in the U.S. In 2015, astronaut Chris Hadfield released the first album of songs recorded entirely in space. Under Pressure was written by David Bowie and Queen during a 24-hour wine and cocaine marathon. The piano Freddie Mercury plays in Bohemian Rhapsody is the same exact piano Paul McCartney plays in Hey Jude. When Benjamin Franklin invented his own harmonica, it became so popular in Europe that Mozart and Beethoven composed music for it. Only about 1 in every 10,000 people has perfect pitch, the ability to identify a musical note just by hearing it, with no reference note. Finland has more heavy metal bands per capita than any other country in the world. Enya, one of the world's best-selling artists, sold over 100 million albums, but had never went on tour. That's crazy. The largest free rock concert ever had 4.2 million people. It was held by Rod Stewart in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The iconic "Do you know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby" line was actually yelled at Axl Rose by a homeless man in New York. Queen, Bob Marley, Jimi Hendrix, and Tupac never won a Grammy, while Milli Vanilli and Justin Bieber did. Music can help severely brain-injured patients recall personal memories. Cats enjoy music that uses similar frequencies to those used to communicate with other felines. Researchers found that when jazz musicians improvise, their brains turn off areas linked to self-censoring and inhibition, and turn on those that let self-expression flow. 5% of people have a biological disdain for music, called musical anhedonia. Wannabe by Spice Girls was deemed as the UK's catchiest song after a study found it only takes 2.29 seconds for listeners to recognize it. The word music comes from the Muses, goddesses of the arts in Greek mythology. The top 1% of bands and solo artists earned 77% of all revenue from recorded music, a 2014 report found. Music, painting, poetry, literature, and architecture all used to be part of the modern Olympic Games from 1912 to 1948. There's a sea organ built on the coast of Croatia that plays music like an organ when waves crash in and out of it. Pianos can have upwards of 12,000 individual parts. the only father-daughter collaboration to hit #1 on the Billboard pop chart was Something Stupid by Frank and Nancy Sinatra in 1967. Ukulele translates as jumping flea, likely after the movement of the player's fingers. Fidel Castro banned the Beatles and other bands in Cuba in 1964. He changed his mind 2 years later. Group singing has been scientifically proven to lower stress, relieve anxiety, and elevate endorphins. Frank Sinatra never formally learned how to read music. .3% of deaths for metal musicians are suicide. 51.5% of deaths for hip-hop musicians are homicide. The lifespan of a rock star is 25 years shorter than average. Mozart sold more CDs in 2016 than Beyoncé did. The earliest surviving written music is a Hurrian hymn, which date to approximately 1400 BC. Jennifer Lopez was the first one to have her movie and her album reach #1 in the same week. Michael Jackson tried to buy Marvel Comics just so that he could play Spider-Man in his own produced movie. Mozart wrote numerous letters and even an entire song focused solely on poop. Interesting. And since that was such a good fact, that is where we are going to end. That is fact 65. And that is it for this week's Facts Friday. I am really having trouble with words tonight. I don't know why. But next week, I'm not going to have trouble with words. I'm going to speak properly. I hope you are going to have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. I'm still pretty busy, so that's why I haven't had any gameplay videos. When I get time, I will do that, but I'm glad you are enjoying the videos still that I'm putting up. It means a lot. I've been so busy that I haven't even been able to keep up with all the comments, but I'm still reading them. So, yeah, I'm reading them, don't worry. I just don't have the time to reply to all of them. Not that I'm getting, oh yeah, I'm so big, I'm getting tons and tons of comments. No, that's not it, but you know what I mean. Anyways,